Hi everybody, welcome to Art Less Ordinary by Ben. So I am doing my birthday pour tonight. So today's my birthday, and I want to do a nice big painting for my room. So I'm having trouble fitting it in the camera. I've just about got this tiny little bit on this edge, but that should be okay because there's not much I can do about it. Sorry. So this one here is a 15.7 inch by 31.5 inch, so 40 centimeters by 80 centimeter canvas, and I am going to do a ghost swipe. So I've got the colors I have are quinacridone magenta, dioxazine purple, titaniumm rose, permanent light violet, and silver, all in the holcroft professional range. So it's going to be pinks and purples. I like the purples. Purple is my favorite color, but I need something in it to give it a little bit of contrast, because I love the purple one I did before on the MDF board, but I think it just needed something else to kind of make the purple stand out more, and I decided to go with the, I love this quinacridone magenta. I love that color, was beautiful. So I thought I'm going to do this, and you know, if it doesn't suit my room, it can always go somewhere else in the house. So they have been mixed up, 5 grams paint to 15 grams floetrol. So 1 part paint to 3 parts floetrol in these little cups. And then I have made white. I didn't know how much white I needed for this size, so I've made 3 cups of 35 grams paint and 140 grams floetrol. So 1 to 4. And I decided to make 3 of them. I don't know if I'll need all 3, but I decided to make that anyway. I have my swipe cards all ready, which are cut to shape, and my palette knife for when I do the white base. So this is what I'm going to do. So my table's not even big enough to fit this well, it was just enough to fit the canvas, but not the drips that go over the edge. So I've had to put a piece of MDF board down, put the pads on it, and then I can go do it from there. So it's going to be a reasonably sized painting for me. I've never done one this big, so this is going to be fun. I am going to cover this in the white off camera, and then I'll come back when I've done the colors. And yes, my nails are all covered in blue paint. I couldn't get the metallic paint out from yesterday's 100th video pour. So the dilemmas of us painters. I'm going to pause it and do the white base, and then I'll come back. Okay, I am back. Oh, that was a little bit more of an effort than I planned. Not used to it being so big like that. So my normal canvases are 12 by 16, which is, I actually don't know in centimeters. No, it's not telling me how many centimeters. 12 by 16, so roughly 25 by, I don't know. My brain's not working right now. 32, probably about 40 centimeters by maybe a 30 by 40. So, and this is a 40 by 80. So it was a lot more of an effort to work with. I used just over 2.5 cups of paint. I probably could have done it in less, but I was going everywhere. Yeah. We won't discuss the little issues I just had. It wasn't going to plan. That's enough. Okay. And I'm getting paint all over my hands. So, I'm going to get this out the way. Oh, I feel a bit drained after doing that. So now, my goal is to pour the colours on, and then I can get stuck into the swiping. So, I'm just trying to think which way I want to go about this. I want the pink in it, but I don't want the pink to be the dominant colour. I want the purple to be. So I am going to start off with the magenta. Now I just have to work out roughly where half is on the canvas, which should be about here. So pour off the canvas, on, do my squiggly line, which I hope I am doing in the middle still. And then off the canvas. Okay. I think that's still in the middle. Okay, and I've only used, maybe half of the paint that I had made up. So it does go a long way. So what was it? 5 grams to 15 grams floetrol. So really I've used 2.5 grams of coloured paint, each colour. It's the white that really you use a fair bit more of. And now I'm going to go the opaque pink. So off the canvas, on, I'm going to kind of try and go relatively, whoops, that's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, because there's going to be 4 colours. It will actually work out okay. So now for the dioxazine purple, which is the one I actually love the most out of these 4 colours at the moment. Oh, I don't know, I love that magenta too. The opaques are good, but I use the opaques more for a reason, because they react better when I like the 2 transparents. So we go on, and it's just a matter of going over the top of what I've already got. Oops, why is it? All the way over and across. So I skipped a little bit there, but we won't stress too much. And now for the opaque purple, which I'm going to do a wavy line, but a little bit more sparser. Okay. So it's not so much sparse, it's just the way I did the wave was a lot more bigger in the gaps instead of smaller heartbeat style ones. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes what I think in my head and what comes out my mouth doesn't always match. Okay, next colour is the silver. Off the canvas and then on. Alright, I used more silver. Actually, I used most of that silver. That has become a bit heavy. No stress. If the paint's on there now, there's no point worrying about once the paint's there. I actually don't think that's going to be a problem. Alright, just getting all these out of my way because this swiping is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Okay, get my paper towel that I need to clean up my swipes with, or swipe my cards onto. Clear off paint this. So I find cleaning off your tools as you go is a pretty good idea. That way this stays always clean. You don't have to scrape old paint off it. Alright, now my swipe card. So I'm going a half card. So this is one card I've cut into two. And I'm going to put it roughly in the middle of this swipe line and pull across. And I have to remember the canvas is longer than it normally is because it's a bigger canvas. Next part. So see how I've gone slightly on an angle? Try not to do that. That's better. If you start pulling them across one way, it does show a bit. Okay, this card's gotten soggy already. So I'm turning it over. So this is quite cool. I'm getting both the pinks and the purples. Next spot. And it's just a matter of continuing to work your way across the canvas. Lifting up in different ways. I lift it up corner, or lift it up whole. You have to do your best to try to give yourself different like lines where they finish and everything. It's a shorter one. The long one where I made one corner go all the way to the edge. That card's too wet. I'm going to throw it. Don't hesitate getting rid of a swipe card because it's gone soggy, and get another one. You will regret it if you keep using a soggy one. It just doesn't perform too well. So again, on, pull down and off. And this is just a matter of continuing to do this over the whole canvas. So it feels like the base white is a little bit thicker there. You can feel it a little bit more heavier in the weight when I pulled it across, a bit sank a little bit. And I'm going to do the edge too. I only do the edges because I didn't used to, but I find it's just do the same as what you do with the top. Just give a little swipe across. Just so where people do look at it from the side, it gives some definition to it. It's not the end of the world if you don't, but I just find it does perform. It does look better when you do see it from a side angle. All right, I'm throwing out those cards. Sometimes I'm just going to get rid of this too. I don't want to mess around tonight. This is my special birthday painting. I don't want to mess it up by using a slightly soggy paper towel when... Yes, okay, you don't want to waste paper towels, but if you ruin your canvas and your artwork by using a soggy paper towel, you've actually wasted more paint and everything else in that process. So sometimes just cut your losses and go, it's a paper towel, get rid of it. I am a real save the planet type of person. I hate wasting, but sometimes you make more waste by doing something wrong. So that way there, I use that paper towel for a whole side of a canvas. So I didn't waste it. I just didn't want to keep it and continue to use it if it wasn't going to function properly. Now this is going to be a challenge, is rotating a canvas this size. You just got to watch all areas when you rotate these. Okay. And don't pull your hand back over the canvas. If you drop a bit of paint where you've done it, you'll ruin it. So all these little techniques and tips that I say, they work on small canvases, but when you do a big canvas, you must pay more attention and not do those little bad habit quirks or something, because you are ruining a much more expensive artwork if you do it wrong. Okay, just double checking it's still recording. Yep, I think it's mostly in camera. We're just missing this one little corner. I'm sorry everyone, I can't change that. Ooh, okay, now what I got to do is try and touch roughly where I touched the other on that side and pull across this way. I do feel like I'm slightly not doing that in the middle. What I really should do next time I do this is actually measure and draw on this pad down here where halfway is, so I don't waver from that type of marker point. Kind of wish you guys could tell me what you're thinking of it so far. I'm pretty happy, actually. I think it's looking awesome. I was really nervous because I have never used a canvas this size before. I've been petrified to do it. I work hard for my money and I didn't want to waste it by making a mistake. Okay, so we just continue with this. turning my hand. Okay. So where I'm holding this card is actually the floppy bit. So I've got to move my hand down back to the firm part, because it was less control I had over it. I might have to try that again. I hate redoing things. I tend to make more of a stuff up than I do something good when I try to fix things, so I don't like doing it. Okay, that's good enough. The edges aren't anything like the top, but at least instead of having 4 streaks of, or 5 actually, of paint going down the sides from where I poured off and on, I've just pulled them a bit that way and that way just to kind of give it the same effect as the top. I finished! Cool! Alrighty. So I am really, really pleased. It's probably, I probably like it how there is a relatively even amount of purple to pink. Probably would have wanted a little bit more purple for my room, but once it's dry, it should be fine. So my quilt cover and my pillows are usually like a purple or a violet, I don't know, lavender, whatever color. So this will suit my area quite well. So I'm really, really pleased. So the only thing I can say is I don't think it's too noticeable, but where I said before how your starting point and your finishing point, maybe draw on the outside where your halfway mark is, just so you kind of stick to that, so you're not wavering too much. I think there is a slight little wave, but it's negligible, so I'm not going to worry. Pardon me. But some people, a little thing like that will niggle at them, when that's not going to worry me at all. I don't really think it's too noticeable because of the way the swipe is. It's not a complete copy of one side to the other. But look at all this lacing. Tons and tons of fantastic lacing. Got a nice kind of, when I say solid, I mean like the deeper colours in the middle, and then it kind of washes out to really like nice and faint. Nearly every single swipe has got lots and lots of tiny lacing going on through it. I've got my points ending at different spots, some here, some there, then it goes up and in. That's exactly what you want. Well, that's what I want. I want these nice little peaks and these dips that kind of draw your eye in and out kind of in a, I don't know, like a zigzag. Is that a zigzag? It's late at night. I can't think. So when I say it's late at night, I wanted to do this I wanted to do this painting on my birthday, but I also wanted to upload it on my birthday. So I've been sitting here waiting for midnight. So as soon as it clicked 12 AM being my birthday, then I could do the painting. So I'm a little bit more tired than I would have preferred to have been to do a painting, but I wanted to do it on my birthday. At the same time, I wanted to upload it on my birthday, so everyone got to enjoy it. So yeah, this is it. Super happy. I'd love if people wanted to try it and do something similar. I know how these brands of paints react. And I know how my mixture of... So I've given you the measurements of how much paint to floetrol I use. if you want to copy this very similar, like kind of nearly as the same, use the same brands and the same mixtures. If you can't get these brands, you're just going to have to practice and try and see how it goes for yourself. And same, you'll get different effects depending on how much paint you put down in that middle section. So, this is it. I'm done. Finished. I'm going to kick back, enjoy looking at this for a little while, but I'm going to bring you down for a closer look. I hope you guys can see that. I'm virtually on my tippy toes because I need to see the screen to make sure I'm holding it in focus. So, this is fantastic. I could not be happier with how it turned out. So I'm going to come down because I can't stand on my toes very much longer. Oh, heaps better. So let me turn this way. Now we can see. Look at all that lacing. And that lacing goes all the way through from one side. So I'm trying not to go too fast or too slow. Still going. Still going. There we go. There's the other end. So that's 80 centimeters worth of swipes on one side. And on the other side, it does exactly the same. Lots of beautiful lacing all the way through it. If you get solid heavy parts that you want to change, I find I make more mistakes when I try to fix things. But if you want to, like just say you wanted to extend this bit further down, cut like a 1 centimeter, so quarter inch, no, not even that, I can't remember. Cut a very small piece and just do that one little bit. Don't try to get a whole card and do a whole big bit. I think you're going to make more mistakes than you are perfecting it. Once you've learnt this technique, then you can do more like that. But I'm still having trouble fixing my mistakes, so I don't do it. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. My lighting's not the best, but it is beautiful all the way along. It doesn't really seem overly heavy in any spots and overly light in others. You do have like a darker pinker streak down this end here, but then we've got a nice deep purple one over here and here. And as you come along, there's another darker purple one, then another magenta one. Magenta, purples. So, yeah, don't ever stress too much. Know what I mean? Just enjoy it. Like this is what I always say to people. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. So have fun with it. Enjoy yourself. I'm so glad that everyone stayed around and watched my video and my painting come to effect. So, happy birthday to me. This is my present to myself, which I'm sure I'll buy myself another present, which will be more paint or something. But enjoy it. So, comment, share it, subscribe, like. What else have I missed there? I don't know. I've said it out of order. But yeah. Share, subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know what you think. And, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it because I love this. Alright, bye everyone.